Okay guys, after losing there to red, white, blue kind of aggro, made a couple changes here, added clones to the board, so if we run into Geist, we're going to have an answer to opposing Geists. Changed the negate to dissipate just because that way it's sort of a catch-all against Thragtusk also, which is a major threat. And then, other than that, pretty much kept the same build here. Go for the next Q here. Just kind of keep testing it out, see how it works. So we're going to go down to 6 here. This hand is not ideal, but it's certainly okay. So green-white aggro. This is actually the other deck I've been testing, so it's kind of a fun deck to check out. Been doing pretty extensive testing with that deck also, and I have a build that I'm going to talk about here in another video or two. And it is definitely pretty aggressive. So here I think we're just going to go ahead and actually bounce his guy and then drop another knight for the moment. So green, white, black, interesting. So here we can just go ahead and drop Geist. We could also just DT his Centaur, kind of like that plan. Just keep bashing. Could have Angel here. We've got, luckily, unsummoned backup. I think I'd like to save it for next turn though, so I'm just going to attack with one knight. Obviously, and not risk it. So there's Angel. Now is a great time to unsummon that. And that'll do it. So up against Junk Aggro. I think we definitely want Nevermore for Thragtusk. Pacifism is great also. Since he's playing black, he probably is also playing Lingering Souls, and probably is like playing somewhat token-like. So probably we want Rest in Peace here. DT is pretty good. Nevermore has some targets. Question is, what do you want to cut? Bonds of Faith is still fine against tokens. It's a little slow, but it's not bad. I guess with Rancor, I mean, bonds and passive is just better than sensory deprivation. So we cut those. Nevermore for Thragtusk if he's running it. It's a little slow, so if we take out Nevermore. Maybe just shave like a Knight of Glory. Run it like that. If he is running Thragtusk, we can always bring in Clone also. So here I think we just, we could drop Knight here, but I'd rather just sit on Unsummon so when he rancors that we can bounce it in response. But the next turn drop Geist. Yeah, I think we'll just unsummon that now. It's fine. And if he makes them again, we can just DT those next turn. Or Rest in Peace. But I mean, DT really accomplishes the same thing, and we need to get Geist out. So he's probably going to bash in with 2, and potentially then like replay them. Hey guys, here we are. Virtue is fine. So now we hope he flashes it back. Ugh, yuck. Alright, so I think here we have to... What's the play? I think we could just like pacify the Centaur. Like we want to be able to DT when he replays Lingering Souls. Rest in Peace doesn't help us. Pacifying Centaur is fine, we take 4 in the air. I mean, we're going to take 4 anyways. Just because he's got... Well, I think here maybe it's better to drop Flight on our Geist to stop the spirits. And we don't make the trade, I think. So I guess he probably has Selesnya Charm here. I think it's still worth blocking. Otherwise we take 8, drop to 8. And he just replays stuff. Oh, what is the play? So we drop to 8. Yeah, no, I think we need to block here. He's got Charm. Yuck. Sundering Growth. Okay, that works. Okay, so now I think now with the play we can either drop Rest in Peace and then unsummon one of these things. Or we can actually, we could just DT the Centaurs. Or we could unsummon and then pacify one of them and wait for him to Lingering Souls. Yeah, I think that's our plan. I think we pacify one, unsummon the other, and then wait for him to replay Lingering Souls, and then DT them. Okay. We want to have enough to rest in peace also, but we don't have a chance anymore. We don't have a choice. If he drops black, he just gets us next turn. So we have to DT now. So he's hoping he doesn't drop black here. And actually that's perfect, because now we can go ahead, rest in peace, and then drop Geist. So now we're just racing Centaur. Hopefully he doesn't have Restoration Angel here, otherwise it's pretty awkward. But we're definitely out of it if he's got Angel. He's definitely representing Angel, yeah. So that's probably just game. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Could Nevermore for Angel. Pacifism is still quite good though against tokens. Especially with Rancor. Yeah. Probably cut Knight, bring in Nevermore. Oof. I think this one's worth keeping. I mean, we have a little less than not a huge chance to draw land, but if we do, we can hopefully steal this one. I think it's worth trying to keep this one lander. We have to get a little bit lucky here, but we are. I think going to 5 is probably not the answer. And unfortunately missed on land. Yeah, it might have been suicide staying on 1, but now it's probably way too late, but we can still try for it. Yeah. We really need DT. Oh, yuck. That's cool. Glad he likes our stuff. Alright, so here we are. I love seeing fans here, even if they beat us, which is all good. But yeah, Tokens is a pretty rough matchup. So hopefully he replays Lingering Souls here and gives us a chance to DT. Oof, Thragtusk is pretty rough around the edges. And that's probably going to be it. Let's see, so if we... Bonds of Faith, Thragtusk. Need to draw very well here, but there's a small chance we could pull this out. And he's already got Vault set up. Yeah, it's not looking good. That is gonna do it. Alright. Okay, so I still think this is going to be probably the build we want to go for at the moment. Get a few more games under our belt and then just kind of see what's working, what isn't.